Hey, treasure and fans, your pal Big D back here again with another movie review day. It's been a while since I've done any movie reviews. I will do some about theatrical movies I go see, but it's been a while since I've actually shown you movies I have at home that I've sat at home and watched. And I thought this would be the great time to do that since I didn't have any major hauls this week or last week, so I figured I'd go ahead and do this and let you know what I think. So, yeah, I'm just going to start with this stuff. So the first movie, I did show this on my weekly news announcement. I just picked this up, Class of 1999. Oh, yeah. Love this movie by Vestron. I've been trying to collect a lot more of these Vestron videos. I really like them because there are a lot of movies back in the 80s and 90s I really enjoyed that were by this company. So I got this on eBay, got it for a really sweet deal, plus I had a coupon. So essentially this movie is about, it actually takes place in 1999, oddly enough. How funny is that? Where, violence and gangs have taken over so much so that this school decides to hire these... how this guy played by Stacy Keach to bring in these 3 new teachers that are all robots. Now, unbeknownst to a lot of people, these robots were former military robots that were designed for combat, but they reprogrammed them in order to bring them into schools, thinking this would be a lot safer if a teacher, this caliber of teacher would be in there, that maybe they could help control students a lot more. And of course, over the course of the whole movie, people find out about it, and of course, insanity starts to happen, the robots start going crazy, and then everything starts to break loose. Really fun movie. Great movie from I'm pretty sure it was, when was the exact date? 1990. Great movie for 1990. I really enjoyed this movie. I forgot how much I really did like this movie. Just a really cool flick. It's fun to go back and watch movies like this that took place in 90. And this is supposed to be Class of 99, like what they thought the future could possibly look like. And don't get me wrong, people made this movie. They thought this could be a possibility, especially here we are a year away from 2020. You'd think by then maybe we would have robot teachers. We're probably not too far off, but really well done. The effects, everything is practical effects. Even when towards the end of the movie, one of the robots is like burned and stuff like that. He's still part robot, part human. And he very much looks like kind of Schwarzenegger from Terminator, where like half his exoskeleton is pulling out. And they use that stop motion stuff with it, so it looks kind of cheesy. But yet, to me, I hold this movie near and dear to my heart because there's a lot. I feel like there's a lot more that goes into that stop motion kind of stuff than just going in and scribbling a bunch of stuff in with special effects. But just a really good, fun movie. It had an all-star cast in it. It did have not Roddy McDowell, but Malcolm McDowell in it, and just a great fun movie. Who else has got in here? Stacy Keach, Malcolm McDowell. Jackie Brown. I'll think about it later, and I'll feel stupid. But just a fun movie. I really like it. Again, if I was getting my red vines, I'd probably get a solid 7 out of 10. This is just a fun movie. You can't take it seriously, and obviously what they predicted in this movie doesn't happen, but just a lot of fun, a lot of fun characters. The acting is okay, but again, for a movie like this, you're not expecting, some sort of Oscar quality acting, but a lot of fun. If you've never seen it, I really highly recommend checking it out. It's definitely a fun watch. So, Class of 99. Next one, I hadn't watched this movie in years, and the reasons why I hadn't watched it in years was when it was out, my dad and I both really loved this movie, and I lost my dad several years ago, and it's really hard for me to go back to this movie and watch the movie a lot because it brings up great memories, but it also at the same time makes me a little bit, sad. So it had been a while, and this is a Scream Factory stuff. I picked it up for a while ago. I did pick up the director's cut of Nightbreed. My dad and I loved this movie. We were so stoked because the thing we loved about this movie was you were cheering the monsters in this movie. And then it also shows that the great twist about this whole movie is, at the end of it, you're really questioning, are they the monsters or are the human beings the monsters? Because really, the human beings in this movie are much more monsters than the people you consider to be monsters. Just a really great movie. Just really fun. Clive Barker at his best. I mean, you just can't go wrong with it. Essentially, this as Craig Schaefer plays Boone, and Boone's been having these weird dreams for a long time of this place called Median. Median has all these people living in there, but they're all quote unquote monsters, and he keeps having these dreams about Median over and over and over again. And then he ends up having an accident. He gets killed, but he's brought back to life because of a bite that he got from one of these creatures, and he's brought back, and he ends up becoming, like, so to speak, the leader of these guys towards the end of the movie. And it's all about the humans being so scared of him that they go and attack. They're all kind of live at this old abandoned cemetery, and the human beings come in and attack, and he's got to defend themselves. It's really in my opinion, one of Clive Barker's greatest works. I mean, anytime you can take, which typically in a movie, when you're seeing monsters like this, you're thinking, like, especially at the back, come on, like the back, you're seeing movies like this, you think they're monsters, they got to be bad, but in reality, they weren't. They were good people that just didn't look like everybody else in society, so they were in hiding, because the way humans would treat them. And the humans are really the monsters in this movie. It's not the monster, so to speak, in the first place. I absolutely love this movie. Scream Factory's presentation is out of control. This movie looks amazing. The transfer looks beautiful. There's all kinds of different there's documentaries. There's let's see here, new interviews with Craig Schaefer and some of the other people that made the movie. There's a new director's cut with added 40 extra minutes to the movie that wasn't available in the theatrical. This was just a lot of fun. This is a 9 out of 10 for me. I really like this movie. Every time I do sit down this movie, even barring the feelings it brings up because of my dad, because I miss my dad, every time I watch this movie, I love this movie. It's well acted, it's well done. Clive Barker, this is at his height when he was the new quote unquote Stephen King at the time, Just a really great movie. If you've never seen it, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. That's Nightbreed. The next movie I watched, and I picked this up a while ago and I showed you guys I did this, and I just got it because I'm a big William Shatner fan, and that is Kingdom of the Spiders. I really like this movie. It's a slow burn, really slow. You're like, wait, come on, spiders, let's get going, let's get going, let's get going. So this is about a town that gets overrun by these spiders, and the spiders end up everywhere. They basically massacre the whole town. And Shatner and a few other people in the back here are all trying to hide to survive this whole onslaught of all these spiders. And it's just a fun movie. This is back again in the 70s when it's all practical effects. There's no digital effects. So a few of the spiders look kind of cheesy, but it's a really fun movie. Again, the only problem I have with it, it's a slow burn. This to me is a good 7 out of 10. Just because of the fact it's a little, especially at the beginning, it takes a while to kind of get going. Once it gets going, it takes off and you're going good, but it does take a while to get going. It's weird to see Shatner in like a Western shirt and a hat, like a cowboy hat. It's kind of funny to see that when you think of him as Captain Kirk and some of the other stuff, T.J. Hooker and other stuff he's done. It's kind of fun to watch it. But this is a fun movie. It really is a fun movie. It's fun to watch these people get spiders all over them, how much they freak out. They're massive spiders. How much they freak out. And it's just, yeah, it's really cool. It's a fun movie. It's a campy movie from the 70s. If you haven't seen it, it is a lot of fun. Like I said, the only problem is it's a little bit of a slow burn, especially in the beginning. But Kingdom of the Spiders. The next movie I saw, and I picked it up at the Dollar Tree, and oddly enough, I did not realize, I think I had the Blu-ray for this too, but I'd never seen this, and man, I watched it, I absolutely loved it. It's called Troll Hunter. This movie was awesome. I really liked it. It's basically like kind of like the Blair Witch and all those other movies. A film crew goes out and follows this guy around because he's hunting trolls. They don't realize that at first, but when they go out with him, they're trying to follow this guy because they know there's something weird going on. They don't know what's going on. They follow him one night and they watch him kill a troll. And so the rest of the movie, they're going around with him because it's a big government conspiracy. Where was it? It was in, I can't remember what country it was in. Problems, trio students. I can't remember what country it was in, but it was hilarious that like they had this whole system set up in this country, which you thought it was all these power poles to like just create power for the country, but it wasn't. It was a way to keep these trolls in. And there's several different types of trolls, and there's different ways to kill these trolls, and these people go through the whole movie trying to take these trolls out because these trolls were running amok, stuff like that. It's a really fun movie. I really, really enjoyed it. The funny thing was, too, is trolls can smell somebody who believes in God. So if you're a believer in God and stuff, like you're a Christian or something like that, I'm going to say something like this, they can smell your holy blood, and they come after you even more, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. The trolls are unbelievably funny, but they're cool at the same time. The CG movie is actually really well done. This is a ride. It starts off and gets you going and just keeps going. I really, really, really enjoyed this movie. A lot more than I thought it was, and I'm kind of bummed that I put off so long watching this movie. I would give it 8 out of 10. I think my only problem with it was a little kind of confusing at the beginning with exactly what they're trying to do. But I really, really like this movie. I highly recommend it. If you can find a copy, just sit down and watch this. Actually, I take that back. Not even the slow burn. My only problem is sometimes I have a problem with these found footage. It's a found footage movie. So I have something with found footage movies because sometimes the camera bounces around a lot and stuff like that. And after a while, you're kind of like, all right, let's slow it down. Not so much. This movie does have a little bit of that. So that's kind of the reason why I gave it a little bit less than I would normally give it. Just not the... I like found footage movies. I just wish they were filmed a little bit. I know they do it because they want you to feel like it's really there, but sometimes that jostle around, like when you watch Blair Witch Project after a while, I was like, all right, enough's enough. The shaky cam needs to go. So, but if you ever get a chance, truly check it out, Troll Hunter. This next movie I got was from Arrow, and it is a movie called Trapped Alive. I bought this on a whim. Wasn't really sure about it. I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool. It was about these people that got trapped in this kind of this underground cave system, and there's this guy that's down there that's kind of picking them off one by one, and they're trying to escape. There's a kind of a weird subplot to the movie that I really didn't kind of understand too much, and it kind of came to fruition towards the end of the movie, but that the whole movie, it made, it's like the scene that happened towards the beginning, it's like made no sense. So the whole movie was kind of like, what was that scene over there for? But I still really enjoyed it. It's all practical effects. I did have a lot of fun with it. I'd give it a 6 out of 10. There was some issues. There's definitely some pacing issues. It wasn't as scary movie as I was hoping it for, but it was a lot of fun. I'm definitely gonna watch it again. It's got a lot of camp to it. A couple cool death scenes. But it was a fun movie. It definitely was a fun movie. It's about essentially these two girls. They're leaving this party this one night, and these 3 crooks broke out of jail. These 3 crooks nab these women and kidnap them, and they're driving along, and they get in an accident, and they end up in this tunnel system, which is like an old mine shaft. And from there, they're stuck in there. They're trying to find a way out. A cop goes because cop sees something going on, so he goes down. They get stuck down there too, and then all the insanity starts. But it's definitely a fun watch. I really enjoyed it. I do recommend if you get a chance, I definitely would watch, especially if Amazon throws up there something like that. You got to check it out. But Trapped Alive. All right, and the last one I watched, and I just picked this up on my birthday. And like I said on the video for my birthday haul, I really wanted to watch it. I've been waiting to watch it a long time, so I finally watched it, and that is Murder Rock. I really like this movie. I really liked it a lot. It's a Fulci movie, which I thought was really interesting. I did some research on it. So this is supposed to be a trilogy. It's supposed to be 3 movies, but Fulci towards the end of this movie got really, really sick, and he wasn't able to do anything else for a couple years, so he never went back and made the other 2 of this movie. So this is the only one, even though it was considered to be it was going to be a trilogy. But essentially what this is it's a big dance company in New York. They're up for a big new play, and it's kind of a cutthroat industry because all the dancers want to be the lead role, stuff like that. And all of a sudden, these female dancers are dying off one by one. They're being killed by this person one by one by one by one. It's really methodical how the guy kind of does it. He puts chloroform over, knocks them out, and he uses this pin and sticks it up next to their heart, just shoves this little pin in their heart, takes them out there, and they're dead. So, these women keep falling off farther and farther and farther. One of the leaders of the dance academy doesn't know what's going on. She thinks this one guy. She meets this guy. She kind of works with him with a little while, talks to him. She starts to like him, but then she sees something kind of go south, and then, the cool thing about this movie is they kind of allude that it's this one guy who's doing the killing the whole movie, but then they kind of flip it up a little bit. At one point in the movie, you're kind of like, wait a minute, it's kind of one of those ones where you're not quite sure until they kind of expose it at the end, and I really like this. The music's kind of cheesy in this. This is what was 1990, I think it was with this one too. But again, it's Fulci at his best. I mean, this guy knows how to direct horror movies. There's no if and a but about it. This guy is a true master. I've become a massive fan of his. I really, really liked it though. The picture quality was really good for a movie made in the 90s. It was really well done. I give it an 8 out of 10. I am serious. I really like this movie. I want to watch it again. I really, really got into it. Now, I did watch the dub version. I didn't watch the subtitle version because it was obviously, even though it was filmed in New York, it's still an Italian film. So I did watch it dubbed, and I only do that. Usually what I'll do with this kind of stuff is most time is I'll watch it dubbed first so I can watch the whole thing so I can see the screen. Then I'll go back and watch it subtitled later on where I can focus more on the subtitles and not worry about if I'm missing anything in the picture. So if you ever get a chance, Murder Rock. And I've heard several people have mentioned this on other YouTube channels, stuff like that over the years. Now I've been trying to pick it up, and I finally found it at Rasputin. I got it, and it was well worth the wait. I really, really liked it, and I would highly recommend it. Murder Rock. So that is it for my reviews. Just a few little movies I've watched recently I want to talk to you guys about. Let me know in your comments down below. Have you seen any of these movies? If so, let me know which ones you've seen, or if you're interested in those movies. I'm really curious to see if other people have seen these movies. I'd like to discuss them with you. Thank you guys all for watching. You guys rock. Please share this video out there. If you enjoyed the video, please like it. If you want to see more videos about Big D, the old subscribe button. Use the old bell if you want to notify when I put up new videos. Thank you guys all again for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Everybody take care out there. Always keep hunting because you never know what you're going to find. And as always, live long and prosper.